talked about it, bro, with another preacher, and I was like, nigga, you ain't have to preach through your OG, nigga. You ain't have to.
Yeah.
You ain't have to do that. However, I respect that you did do that, but.
And
you
that's
ain't gotta tell me that you did that.
I feel like you doing that shows strength. However, you not doing it also shows this nigga's human.
But that's what I'm saying though, because it's like
that's oxymoronic to me.
I don't think. No, I don't think it is.
Hear me out. So to do it shows strength, but not to do it shows human nature. When human nature can equal being vulnerable and weak.
Right, but
so
not necessarily.
But that's not the same as
not
you showing and pushing through a very, very dark moment. That's one thing. But to show like the human side of, yes, I'm in this position, yes, and I'm experiencing this right now. So do I chuck it up and continue to stand before my people, or do I allow myself to actually grieve whatever it is that is happening to me right now?
Because
I feel like
does,
everybody deserves, no matter what position you are in, I feel like everybody deserves that because
from church.
But no, I'm saying even
vacation day from church.
No, but like to me,
FMLA from church.
That's what I'm saying. But even then, because how can you continue to pour into other people when you become completely empty?
So watch
you
this.
have nothing. No, you have nothing else to give.
So it's two things.
That's oxymoronic, because I think that here's why. Because if I have nothing, if I have nothing to give and I'm pouring, but nobody's pouring into me, I have nothing to give, but I'm gonna preach my OG. But I'm gonna preach my OG funeral. But that shows strength. But it's from an empty place.
Because
listen, I think that strength is an enchantment. Like
no.
I did 12 years of boxing, right? There were times where I had to work out and send my body through these rigorous regiments that I was like, nigga, I can no longer do this.
No, but you chose to do it.
But it wasn't until it was like, coach was like, give me 2 more. Hey, come on, I need 1 more.
No, and at any moment you could, but at any moment you could have also said no. But at any moment you could have also said, guess what? I know this. There's nothing good that's going to come from this. So let me take a step back to regain.
So what that shows? Check me out. No, it's not. I understand what you're saying.
You can't.
What that shows? What that shows when you are more so when you say, "Hey, I've done my all," and then somebody is saying, "I think you." Okay. When you say.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when you're saying, hey, my boxing coach, I told him, hey, I ain't got no more in me. He's like, all right, cool, give me 2 more. Now that is more so. I look at that situation as God and us, right? God is showing that, hey, you actually do have a little more. And then the 2 that you give, I'm actually going to help you with 1. And that last one, check me out. That last one is going to actually encourage you to do it yourself. Because the Bible says that in our weakness, He is made strong. Yeah. So now it's not. Check me out. But I ain't finished my thought. All right, go ahead. You did. I did. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because the argument wasn't with God. It was always about people. That's the whole argument. That's why I says oxymoronic. If I get up there and preach in front of the people and I'm going through these situations or these feelings, then I'm strong. But the moment I be like, hey, I'm good for this week. I can't. I ain't really got nothing to give.
No, but my argument I've always said, I feel like you should be able to do that, especially when you're experiencing a major loss that happens, especially literally on top of each other.
But my whole point is you can't identify one as strength and one as a choice. It can't be strength.
I'm not looking at it as a choice. I'm looking at it as, okay, now you are displaying strength. Even if you don't necessarily have the strength within you, you're displaying strength.
To someone on the outside.
Right, you're displaying strength to the public. Well, I'm not looking at you being human as a weakness. I'm looking at it as, oh, he's actually showing that he's being human right now. And that's what what the argument or the conversation is when pastor, like Why is it that leadership and pastors can't show the human side? Hey, nigga, I'm having a bad day. Hey, I just got done arguing with my wife. Hey, me and my son is having
the correct.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think
instead of showing just the mask in a sense, I feel like you showing the strength, quote unquote, or what some people say, quote unquote, strength. It does two things. It shows strength, but I also believe that it gives off a false narrative to the people, to whereas now I've showed you that I worked through this, so you have no excuse.
But see, I guess I view it and not to be. So first of all, to give context, if you can hear us or you can see us, man, it's another week of Our Opinion Podcast. We had a very dope conversation prior to going live, so we just figured, hey man, producer, shout out to Nice Media, just press play and we'll catch y'all up. So that's the caught up. You're caught up, nigga. There it is. Fumble it, catch it, don't do it, whatever. I don't
whatever
care.
You do.
I'm voice 1.
Hey, you're on voice 2.
And I'm voice 3.
And continue with the conversation. I guess I'll look at it like, and not to be extra all deep and all that, right? I just look at it like, so God was on the cross, right? Mm-hmm. And it was a nigga next to him that was kind of like, nigga, if you say you is who you is,
do your thing, bro. Mm-hmm. Show me.
Nigga, show me.
Show me.
And it was nigga next to him that was like,
you ain't gotta show me, cuz.
You ain't gotta show me, but I believe. So, do we say, hey, if God would have been like, all right, bet I'll show you. Did he bail out? Was he strong? Was he weak? Did he give up? Or if he said, hey man, I'm gonna see this human physique. I'm gonna see it all the way through. I'm gonna be human in its flesh in its entirety. I'm gonna suffer. I'm gonna die.
But he was.
Hear me out. But 100%. He went through that. But what if he didn't? We say, hey man, nigga, you was weak, bro. You use your superpowers. So to say a person that gets up and preach or does something, we label that as strong. I think that's brave. I think it's honorable. I don't label that as strong.
So what is
those
bravery?
Those are all attributes of strength.
No, it's not.
Bravery.
I think that strength is
bravery. The opposite of bravery is coward.
That's the end result. I think that brave is the strong is the end result of being brave. Hey man, I'm petrified of heights. I do not want to get on this roller coaster, but I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna go through this line.
So you don't think it took strength for you to be brave enough to face your fear?
No, it didn't take strength, nigga. It took willingness to do it.
But if I'm
willing to get in this line to see the point.
But if you
I'm willing
to
be like, hey, like me personally, I'm petrified of going up of heights. I'm willing to get in line and see the point. I do not want.
You don't think that takes strength?
I do not know, nigga. It takes willingness and courage.
But don't you use your legs? No. But you use your legs to still stand in line to get on the ride, to sit on that ride, to allow someone to lock you in to this ride, and you still sit there knowing this ride goes up before it goes down, and your problem is, I don't want to go up to come down.
So was my
you don't think that takes strength?
So was my 11
on the inside of you?
So did my 11-year-old son have strength when he was literally shaking to get into the water? He was like, nigga, I do not want to do this, daddy. Finally got in the water, and it took my words of encouragement, my gentle touch to be like, son.
You build him up, right?
So what I'm saying then, you're talking about from jump.
No, I said it took strength. I said it took strength.
From jump, it took strength. No,
it does.
I said that it's a build-up.
She's saying within the process of you being scared.
It's a build-up.
If you were weak-minded and weak,
it's not all,
you wouldn't do it.
He wasn't strong on jump, nigga.
We're not saying
he was willing and he was petrified.
We're not saying being strong.
But guess what?
We're not saying being strong off jump. We're saying
but that's the whole argument.
Listen,
no,
I said that it's a build-up.
You said they don't. No, you said it doesn't. You don't think that strength and bravery go together, and they do.
I said that bravery. I said that strength is an end result of bravery. I said that. I said it doesn't come off. I'm not strong because I got in line. Nigga, I'm petrified. I'm brave enough and willing enough.
You took away the word strength
and
you use bravery.
I'm going to take
and you use all these other attributes that.
You ever been to a fight?
What do you mean?
Have you ever been to a street fight? Yeah. Have you ever been scared before the fight?
Yeah.
So did that make you strong because you swung back, nigga, or that made you just like, nigga, I'm scared, but nigga, I ain't finna let the nigga hit me.
No, the fact that it was gonna be me or you, and it's not gonna be me, so therefore that means it's gonna be you.
You was strong when you beat dog ass. Oh, dog can fight.
No,
but if I stood up for myself,
the same thing I tell my kids. My sons are playing football now, and this is their first time playing football. And my thing is, hey, I know you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be nervous. You've never did this thing, and then this is a physical sport, right? You're gonna be scared. I know that. I have that understanding. All I ask you to do is do it scared. That shows strength.
Yeah.
You doing it scared.
I don't know. It makes you strong to me.
Right. It's still.
It doesn't show what I'm saying. It makes you strong at the end.
But at the end of the day, it shows. But it shows strength. So this is what I started off saying was check me out.
So if I get all the way up to the bungee jump, right? If I get all the way up there, I get the harness on and everything, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna sit this one out.
You weren't strong enough to see it through.
I wasn't brave enough to see it through.
You weren't strong enough to say.
Either way.
Mentally and physically, you fought yourself. Mentally, you said, all right, I can do this. But in the midst of you sitting there, you like, maybe I overcompensated.
So does that make me weak?
No, that doesn't make you weak.
I'll say this. No. That doesn't make you weak. Let me listen.
You understand a certain part and you know that there are certain
situations depending on
from where the first conversation started. That's not the same.
I believe the end result will either show strength or weakness. You use the example of Christ. Had Christ stepped down and was like, I can't do this, he shows weakness. That doesn't.
You think that?
Yes, that doesn't show human. What he showed his human nature when he was crying, when he weeped
and asked God.
Hey, God. Hey, if you can kill John, take that nigga.
Okay.
But if I gotta do it,
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. He showed the human side of himself. Of hey, I don't want to. I'm doing this scared,
and I know I'm supposed to be here because I'm supposed to do this.
I'm doing this scared. I'm doing this with a second thought. Yes, him going through with the thing shows strength. What I'm saying is, in situations where you have a pastor where now he has lost. We're gonna use the example. You done lost your father-in-law and your husband all in one setting, and then now you got to come and preach Sunday. You have two options. You can either show your human side, or you can also show you can put on and portray that you're showing strength in a sense to where
my whole point,
to whereas I'm showing that hey, whatever life throws at me. And whatever life throws at you, you can persevere through this.
But
you can push through this.
But what I'm saying
you can go through this. You show strength.
My willingness to do that neither makes me strong or weak. It's just a willingness to do it. Because I can also say, hey, man, listen, bro. I've never dealt with this shit. I'm sitting this one out. I'm straight.
And
that does not make me weak. But it makes
never said weak.
I never said
constantly keep saying it shows that you're human.
Listen, my original question was, why is it not okay for a pastor to say, I cannot do this today?
So then it poses the question.
That's not weakness.
What is strength and
weakness
what the fuck is human? It gotta be an opposite. It can't just say, "Hey man, if you don't do this, you human."
I just said,
but if you do this, you strong.
No, I just said, depending on the situation, depending on the situation.
Yes, I know the Lord can see me through, but right now I'm feeling really weak.
What does being human mean then?
What does being human mean?
You say it's either strong or being human. So what does we know what strong mean, allegedly.
No.
So what does being human mean?
No, that's not what he said. He said when you are showing the human side of you.
But he also said that if God would have been like, hey man, I'm straight on this, then he weak.
I believe so. Yeah.
I didn't say that.
But he also said the human nature of God. If God did that,
because
that was the human side of it, which made him weak.
So what I'm saying is this:
what's strong and what's
so this is what I'm looking at it as.
So this is what I'm looking at it as. My question now is what's strong and what's being human.
So this is what I'm looking at it as.
What's human is saying I know that this shit is too much for me. And so right now in this moment, that does not make you weak because you acknowledge.
So what does
no,
it
that
make
doesn't
you?
make you weak.
I'm not. What,
You asked.
what?
I said
So I'm
that
asking-
doesn't, to me that
so
does not
what
make you weak
does
because
it
you're
make
saying
you?
this
It
is
makes you
too
human.
much for me. But yet I'm still
It makes
so,
you human.
to say I need a moment
There are some
doesn't make you
things-
weak.
So if I kiss a nigga,
No, that's gay.
So if I kiss a
Yeah.
nigga, they,
No, that's
so
gay.
If I,
That's
That's
coaching.
gay.
Listen,
That's
if
gay.
Now you're being coached.
so if I
You either Baptist or Pentecostal. You ain't coaching now, nigga. Now you ain't going. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, that's where I draw the line at.
So
you can
if-
have grace,
so
but you
if I-
can't have Gary. Then.
so if I kiss a nigga and I say, man, I was just experimenting, versus if I actually do it to a nigga, now I'm gay.
No, you gay
No,
both
you're
times.
gay both ways.
Nigga.
That's not the same.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's not
You
the
gay
same.
both times.
No, that's not the same.
Believe it or not.
You gay both times.
That's not the same.
Believe it or not,
That's
we're
not
here.
the same.
We're here because we
So,
want we want to know.
Before we go into that, wait. Before we go into that,
No, it's real shit though, bro. I really don't. So I hear y'all in the sense of what the choice, what the choice of being strong is, and what it simplifies, what it means, right? But to say to be human is just like it has to be weak because
No.
I don't.
What does human? What does
So
being
what
human
I'm
mean?
so
then?
what I'm saying is
Super
what I'm saying
vulnerable
is this.
means to be human.
What I'm
and
saying
if
is
you're
this.
not vulnerable enough to say that I can't take this, it's too much. I need a moment.
You being
You can't be
transparent,
strong.
you
Yeah,
being
you.
open, you
Nobody
being
is
honest.
strong all the time, no matter what position you are in. But some people, because you are in a certain position, and of course, like
You're
we
not-
said,
you're not
you
perfect.
know that to whom much is given, much is required. But I don't think. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that you can't have a human moment to say, Lord, this is a lot for me. I don't think, and this is just me. I don't think that I've ever come across a point where it says that you cannot be weak. You cannot cry. You cannot show emotion. You cannot be overwhelmed. You cannot suffer from anxiety and things of that nature. There's literally scriptures to help you with these things. So if we were never supposed to experience them, why would God give us the tool how to work through it?
I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying that I believe you can't label strength as a willingness to do something. Because how many times have we seen?
I don't understand how you can't say that.
How many times have we seen?
Jesus knew he had to die. And he did absolutely nothing. You don't think that took strength for him to say and accept?
Did he not weep on the cross? Hey, man,
he wept before then.
He was on the cross. Like, listen, hey, God, listen, bro. Man, you done dipped on me, bro. Like, this some bullshit.
No.
How you done forgot about your boy? Like, nigga, this is too much. I didn't know this was going to cost
No, he knew. He already knew
again,
what was
this is what I'm
supposed
saying.
to happen.
What I'm saying is, though,
it was sacrificial.
He had a human moment where he felt left out. He felt abandoned. Like, man, listen, God, bro, I knew.
So was he weak in that moment?
That's what I'm asking, because I think that.
Was it abandoned or overwhelmed?
I don't think he was weak in that moment.
Was it abandoned or was it overwhelmed?
I don't think he was weak in that moment. I believe, again, he had...
Because he asked God to take this from him.
He had a human reaction
he felt abandoned
to something that he was really overwhelmed
or was he
with.
overwhelmed by it? And he felt in a moment, he had a moment of where I don't think I really do this.
I really personally think y'all just playing on words. That's
not playing on words.
That's really
so what's the difference between bravery and strength?
That's really
what's the difference between bravery and strength?
That's literally a weak, vulnerable moment. That's like saying, listen, God, like, bro, look.
So
like,
brave is not strength, but vulnerable is weakness.
I said that bravery it results into strength. If I'm brave,
so you're playing on words, nigga. You're doing the same thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, to be overwhelmed of something doesn't make you weak behind it, because it all depends on how you handle that overwhelmness.
It makes you human.
Right. What I'm saying is, I believe there are certain situations and certain instances
and overwhelmness makes you a human. You asked, well, what made you human? And I said, to
you
be
have a way out to
vulnerable.
either take. You can either be human in certain situations,
yes,
and then there are
I
some
know
situations where you
can,
just being weak.
Yeah, like
so strength is like an alien power. There, I'm just. It's supernatural.
I think it's something.
According to again,
I just don't.
I started the conversation off saying the Bible says that in your weakness, God is made strong. So Yeah, it's
So if you're not looking to him, you're not going to gain any type of strength.
It's a outer body. This is a superpower. Yeah, this is something you get that extra push in a sense to where it's like, man, I don't know how I made it through this thing.
So anything opposite of strength has to be weakness, then, right?
Not in every situation. I don't believe.
I never mentioned anything about being weak.
The opposite of a thing. I don't think. I just believe there's a choice in a sense.
Y'all said the opposite is being human.
I didn't say the opposite.
You asked what was being human, and I said being completely vulnerable. No,
we all know the opposite of being strong is being vulnerable. Weak. So you understand that.
But y'all said human, so human means
I said to be human is to be completely vulnerable. I didn't say weak or strong.
So what does vulnerable mean?
To be completely transparent, to be open, to say, no, I can't handle this. No,
God,
I can't.
On the cross, God had a vulnerable
that
moment.
Doesn't make
like, man,
you weak.
I didn't know. I knew the mission.
No, that doesn't make you weak.
I didn't know it entailed this much. Hey, nigga.
That doesn't make him weak.
That doesn't make you weak. Unless you say, you know what?
If something hurt, you going to say, I'm hurt. Because that's strong. I'm strong. No, if it hurt, nigga, it hurt.
What makes you weak is to run from it. That makes you weak.
Yeah.
To me, that makes you weak if you're going to run from something and you know that this is what brought on, everything else brought this on, and you're running from it. So when you run from responsibility, that makes you weak.
So I'm intrigued to know, what does wisdom mean? Because there are times where
wisdom is applied knowledge.
So there are times where wisdom says, you know what? I'm not even finna encounter this. I'm just going to avoid this all the way around.
That's discernment.
Wisdom is applied knowledge. It's not that you're running away.
But that could to some people mean, man, he ran from that situation. No, nigga, I'm just wise enough to say, hey, nigga, I'm not going on that direction.
So if we're gonna play with that, then anybody can interpret anything.
No,
I'm just asking.
That's just a label that somebody else might label you, but you know that's not what it is. Because even in the true definition, that's not what it says. But because I know I'm not gonna put myself in a position where it could possibly in my life hurt me or hurt someone else that's with me, that's not weak. Right, that's not weak. I don't consider that weak. Like I said, considering something weak is when you're running away from something, especially when you knew this was going to be the outcome, or this was possibly an outcome from it, and you're trying to avoid it by running away instead of facing it and handling it. Not that it's too much for you. That's totally different. If something is overwhelming, you're trying to still push for whatever the agenda is. You're still pushing for it, but you're having a moment to where you feel like you're crushed.
If a pastor says, hey, man,
I don't think that's running. No, I don't think that's running away from something.
You said that's not a responsibility.
Now, if he completely left his church, then yes.
I never said that. My whole argument has been choice. If a nigga choose, hey man, I just choose to sit this one out.
And
because you said it was okay. Your whole argument has been. My
argument was, why is it not okay for a pastor to say that? That has been my whole entire argument.
We said that pastor is just showing that he's being human.
Y'all said
now if he goes forward,
y'all said if he goes forward to preach, it
shows strength.
And then if
it
he
shows
strength.
But he still had.
That doesn't mean he's not scared. Yeah. That doesn't mean he's not sad. That doesn't mean he's not hurt. That doesn't mean he's not. He's showing strength.
I always said.
What does human mean? If he say I'm straight, what does human mean?
That's the human part.
To have the option.
This is too much.
To have the option.
And today I can do it. I understand that these are my people and I'm over them, but today I cannot do it.
All right, so maybe
I look at it as so maybe
when you choose to be human in a situation.
Let me put it on the table.
It doesn't. So let me check you out. Check me out.
Because I got a real transparent moment.
Because I do too. I do too.
Because I was going through a divorce where I did ministry with my wife, right? So we did ministry together, and I said, hey, listen, Doc, nigga, I'm not doing this. You want me to go onto camera and be married and be happy and be jolly and then get off camera and sleep in two different... No,
I don't feel like you were wrong.
So, but if I did that shit to the average... This make me mad, bro. To the average nigga, I'm strong. I'm willing. He's faithful. No, I'm not, nigga. I'm pump faking, bro.
To the average person, they don't know what's going on.
But it's the same since you're saying. Yeah, I'm strong. If I did that shit, bro, I'm strong.
If nobody even knows what you're going through,
it's the same.
No, that's not. And I never said, listen.
There's so many stipulations. Now, five niggas gotta know what I'm going through.
No, that's not.
What do you mean?
Okay, no.
So you mean to tell me if nobody know me, I really don't want to preach my.
I'm not feeling it today.
I really don't want to do this.
Nobody. Guess what?
Bro, but if 3 niggas knew, like, man, I understand.
Nigga, it's your mama. Like, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, no. Let's do this. We go. Okay, I'm just gonna break it all the way down.
What's the difference?
Let me build this house.
I'm gonna let you cook,
okay,
man.
Science, right? We're gonna break it down. Science.
That personally make me mad, bro.
Science.
See,
if you are check me out. Check me out. We're gonna take science. We're gonna take a cake.
Everybody's not like that.
We're gonna take a cake. You take one thing. You got flour, egg, water, vanilla abstract. Y'all niggas know how to make a cake. If I take
You're
one,
a baker.
if I take one of those ingredients out, it changes the whole thing.
Yes.
So again, if I'm just preaching the eulogy at a random nigga church, and if I'm preaching the eulogy at my mama's church, and the random person sees this and not know this my mama, he don't know what's going on. To everybody else, it shows that's showing strength. Yes, that one thing changes the whole equation. So what I'm saying is, yes, there are times I believe that depending on the situation and the end result of your decision is what's proven that you're either weak or you just chose it. Like, who does this affect? How many people does this affect your decision of doing this thing? Bro, we had a conversation. Mm-hmm. Bro, nigga, I was talking about ending my life, bro. Mm-hmm. That's me being weak. Because listen, it is. Because nigga, my son's birthday was the next week.
But
who does this affect?
But so
how many people do this affect?
But watch this though.
I was weak.
But watch this. And what did I say to you though? Nigga, that's real because I've been there. So fuck. And I said this to you. Nigga, fuck your son. Nigga, fuck your wife. Fuck your kids, nigga. It's about you. Hear me out. I told you I'm not encouraging you for them. I'm encouraging them, nigga, for you. Fuck that it's weak. It's real life. Niggas feel that way. Damn. Niggas do it. Niggas have done it, and niggas feel that way. So fuck them. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I can't say, oh, nigga, that's a weak man move. You gonna be like, nigga, I'm feeling weak now. No, nigga, I love you, but fuck me. It's about, nigga.
Right.
So
of course you saying that.
But my point is, I can't label strength and weakness based on who's affected. I gotta base that off of strength. To me, strength and weakness, bro, is I really don't look at that shit for real. I can't say that you wanted to kill yourself because nigga, I was on 75 and 32. Right. I was on 1 and 32, nigga, on the 75 bridge, nigga, ready to jump.
But what stopped you?
No.
What stopped you?
The crackhead walking by, nigga.
What?
The crackhead walking by.
No. What really stopped you?
The crackhead walking by.
Because if you
and I was petrified of heights.
No.
I really didn't want to jump.
You was weak double time, nigga.
I wanted attention, nigga.
What I'm saying is,
it was attention seeking that went too far.
Listen,
and the crackhead that walked by. Listen. What I'm saying is, the fuck? Nigga, God damn, that's far as hell. Oh shit. Oh shit. Them cars going fast. I didn't think it was that bad. Oh, wait a minute. Oh shit. So the crackhead walking by was like, man,
I'm gonna kill myself.
The crackhead walking by was like, man, ain't nothing that bad. I said, you might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Because for me, nigga, it was a 911 operator.
But
it was 911. But I wasn't even thinking of because I know what she said.
I wasn't
even thinking of my kids, bro.
My whole point is, but I can't.
Didn't even come to my mind.
I can't say that.
Their birthday was that next week.
I can't say that makes you weak, bro.
It does, bro.
I can say that. I can't make you.
In my definition, it does.
Because we got 13-year-olds killing them fucking selves, bro. 12-year-olds killing themselves, nigga. Because listen, bro. Whatever the 12-year-old that killed themselves, whatever he deemed worthy enough as a struggle, nigga, took him out. That nigga not weak. He just going through something, bro. And niggas was like, nah, you ain't going through, nigga. You ain't even paying bills yet. You ain't going through. He weak.
No,
nigga, he not weak. Whatever the fuck he was going through, whatever heartbreak he had.
How your definition? It depends on your perspective.
No, it just don't make you weak, bro. I can't use them words, bro.
Some people are more stronger than others.
I'm not deeming.
Some niggas more scared. I was petrified, nigga. I don't like fucking heights. I'm on a 75 bridge, scared of heights. And cars going 80 miles per hour.
Listen to what you're saying, though. Listen to what you're saying.
That made me stupid, nigga. And I spent 2 weeks in a psych ward for that shit.
Hey, guess what?
Was the best time of my life. Because God was like, nigga, you bugging. I'm going to holler at you right here, nigga. You bugging.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I wasn't scared. Nigga, I was.
You were.
Weak. Nigga, I was stupid.
No. You just said it.
I wasn't weak. I was stupid.
Yes, you did.
I was scared.
Your fear of heights stopped you from literally jumping off. That doesn't mean that you couldn't have went home and took no fucking pills and still did it. If you were determined to do it, then you would have. You had an extra weak moment to where you felt like you didn't have enough strength to go on and face whatever it was that you were dealing with.
True.
So therefore, like I said before, if you're running from something that makes you weak, not the fact that you wanted to commit suicide. The weak part was the fact that you didn't have enough heart in yourself to say, I'm going to get through this shit.
Because 80 miles per hour look different.
It had nothing to do with the crackhead walking by.
No, it for sure had a lot to do with that nigga.
It did not. It didn't.
For sure had a lot to do with that nigga.
This gun feel kind of heavy.
It did not. That was just he passed by. Literally. Because if you were really determined to do the shit, no matter what anybody else would have said to you, you still would have did the shit. The weak moment
it really was
the fact
attention
that
seeking
you
going
felt
too
like
far.
you could not face whatever it was that you were going through.
I just don't like the word weak and shrimp, bro. They don't make me weak, bro.
Then you had sad days. So when you want to take an easy way out, that makes you weak. And it has nothing to do with any of your life. Anytime you want to take the easy way out of something, that's what makes you weak.
I agree.
That's what makes you weak.
All right. Because we look at that as deadbeat dads.
The easy way out for you
is a weak nigga.
That nigga corny is what that nigga is. He's just a fucking pooper.
In your example.
Fuck weak. That nigga just corny.
Yeah, weak nigga. At the end of the day.
What nigga corny?
In your example of ministry must go on, I'm feeling like this.
So I'm weak. So I'm weak for saying, I'm good, my nigga.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Who does that affect?
I gotta be.
Who does that affect?
It affected the ministry.
It don't.
It affected you.
So they closed down. So the church closed down.
No, but it affected.
It didn't.
It affected that ministry. It went from 2 to 1.
It didn't affect it.
A man-made event that happens in a church. It ain't in the Bible.
It does not affect.
It ain't in the Bible. Period. Half of the stuff that we do in church is not considered anything that is needed in the church to get somebody saved, to preach the word. So all of that, if any of that ended, the church should never stop. So if you not doing a pre-show would stop a church, then there's a problem.
I don't. You might need to start your own church.
So let me a disclaimer. A disclaimer.
A moment for yourself.
No, I get that.
To say,
but a disclaimer. I never said.
And I'm not saying you did.
That it stopped the church.
I didn't say
that. But I do feel as if though that had I did it right, had I did it in the notion of, hey man, if you do this, bro, you trust in God and you strong. I think that I still would have been in a vulnerable place. I still wouldn't have been okay. But to people, it would have looked like I was strong.
That's all we...
But to me, I'm not okay with looking strong, bro, and being fucked up. I'm not okay with that. So I can't say that's being strong. I think that's putting on the facade. That's like
all we're saying is that you're showing.
So is that
strength.
Not giving encouragement to somebody else that might still be going through the same thing?
So what we was just talking about, what's
through?
The young lady's name?
Tasha Page, right?
No. The young lady my man's engaged to, the pastor. Right?
Oh, Pastor Brian.
Right. So what does that make her weak for expressing? Hey man, I really be feeling like.
That was her bone.
I don't think it makes her weak.
I didn't watch the video.
I just don't believe every conversation is needed in every setting.
No, I get that. We ain't going there. We going strength and weakness. So if her
how does that make you weak to say that I want to smash?
That's not in that category though.
Because she really saying based on I haven't watched it, I haven't seen it, but it's basically saying, hey man, look, a nigga really be feeling like I want to get busy after.
That's not
a strength or a weakness.
I don't think
they don't even go together.
That's like, what color is them? That shoes black and white. That's strength or weakness. That doesn't go in that category.
That's a vulnerable statement. Hey man, I know
that's human.
I know we not.
She's showing her human side to say that. That had nothing. We never said.
I don't even equate that to human.
To say that I want to have sex with my husband
every conversation.
I think that is a human moment.
Fiance.
I look at it as every conversation is not for every
second.
But what she was saying though, based off context, right, was saying, hey man, technically we ain't married, and I have this feeling, but I really can't act on it, right, based on what I was saying, right? So does that make her weak because she expressing a vulnerable state? Or does that make her human?
Makes you weak.
Human. Does that make her human?
That was human. Because
I don't look at that as human. I don't look at that as strength.
So what is strength and what is human?
That's divulging too much information that doesn't need to be talked about in that setting.
So what is strength? What is strength and what is human?
That's like at a funeral of somebody's child dying and you like, I just had to whoop my son because he didn't turn in homework. That conversation ain't for this, dummy.
No, that's just stupid.
It's not for this.
That's inopportune.
Okay.
It's a stupid. I feel like that's just stupid. That's not a conversation.
Yeah, that's it. That's inopportune.
That's inopportune. If the parent beat the child to death and then you just said that and it's like, nah, bro, read the room.
Again, I don't think that's a conversation for that setting. It does not make her weak or strong. It makes her stupid.
No, but my point of that example was to me. That's a very transparent, which really means
it doesn't make you weak.
Which that's been my whole.
I never said transparent was weak.
So, but you got.
I said transparency is human.
So what
that
the fuck is human?
What
is strength and what is human?
Listen, I just said it. I said it. You're relatable. You're not the only.
So she was weak, but she was
She wasn't weak. She wasn't strong. She wasn't being human.
She was being transparent.
She was being inappropriate in my mind.
She was being
transparent. No, that's what he just said. Weak, and I never said that.
You just said that being transparent was weak. I said
I never said that.
You said that was being human. So what is human?
And I never said human was being weak.
She was being transparent.
She wasn't.
So what the?
I think she was being transparent because there might be another woman who is engaged to a pastor or a preacher or a minister who. But that's what I'm saying. No, that's relatable.
So what is transparency then?
You're being open. She's letting you in, like we like to use that. She's letting you in her. She's letting you in her bedroom.
She being weak.
No, I did not. I never said being vulnerable was weak. I never said that.
So
I said being vulnerable.
You keep trying to equate being human as weak.
So what is human? Y'all not giving me answers.
We keep saying transparent.
If I say vulnerable,
but then
I said relatable.
Saying those things.
No.
So what makes you weak then? So what makes you weak then?
Oh my God! Didn't I say running
it don't make
responsibility?
Sense to me,
bro. Something you supposed to do.
Running from responsibility makes you weak. I said that.
Not being vulnerable, not being transparent. None of these two things, attributes that we just said, makes you weak.
I don't know. When you. I don't know
that.
That's what I was. I don't even know that.
I mean, she was public with it, but I just wanted to address her. But what I'm saying is.
Who
Jamal Bryant. That's what we're talking about, right?
His fiance.
But no, what I was saying was,
I don't even know her name.
To me, her stating this is how she feels is in a human form because she is clearly not the only one who has ever felt that. So therefore, she's being relatable and letting other women know that who has this same feeling, they're not alone. That doesn't make you weak because you're relating to another person in a situation. That's not weakness. Yeah. That's being human because all humans have feelings, certain feelings. Some people might be afraid to say it out loud. Some people have no filter. So therefore, they don't care what they say because this is how they feel. I'm going to say it. Everybody's going to know it. But when you hear that, regardless of how explicit it may be, how ghetto it may be, how low vibrational it may be, all of those analogies, however it may seem to society, if you relate to it, that's showing a human side of you to say, I struggle with this. This is how I feel after I do this. this is how this makes me feel, and that's relatable. That's what makes you human. That doesn't make you weak. Like I said, what makes you weak is when you run from your responsibilities, what you know you're supposed to do, and you try to take the easy way out. That is what makes you weak.
You ain't got nothing to say today?
No.
You don't? Okay.
Because no.
But that's how. But and that's my thing on it.
We have
different opinions. He feel like she should have never disclosed that. I feel like she was open. I don't know the context of how the question came about or anything like that. I just don't think she
used discernment. Yeah, I just don't think she used discernment. I don't think that was my producer. She's cueing that she don't agree with what I'm saying. Nah, you can't have one. Nah, the boo boo.
I've seen her facial expressions for 27 minutes. Like
every time I said something, she said,
Hey, I watched them girls too. Them girls, they funny as hell. I've seen Peaches bite a cracker. I never seen her bite a cracker that hard. She was like,
see, that's a form of eating your words. What you use? What they say when your mama used to tell you,
hey, so
nice to say, don't say it at all.
So a couple things, man. Believe it or not, today's topic
has nothing to do with that.
Today's topic is there a difference between being jealous and being possessive? We're not getting into that, but that was today's topic.
We could definitely get in. We can still get into that.
Yeah, where we at, P?
Because I think there's levels.
Okay, cool. But I gotta say it prior to that, right? Before we get into that, here's what I gotta say. Just to put a little, a little enlightenment into this. Yeah. Just to bring a little laughter into this. If your Chinese cook at a Chinese restaurant does not have on flip-flops with no socks, the food is not going to be good. Trash. I don't care what you say. If Mae Young is not coming, if she speaks a little bit of English, the food not gonna be good. She need to come. All she know is hi and what you want.
15 minutes.
Every time I say,
that's
so
it.
Look, she talked to you and say,
that's it.
Right,
15 minutes.
I talk to you and ask your order, and then when I say it back to the cook, it's in Chinese.
If she asks how your day is,
it's gonna be
food is Panda Express, because Panda Express to me is too clean.
Oh no, I don't like Panda Express.
They are good. That's the only. They are good.
I don't like. That's
national
Coney Island of Chinese food.
National Coney Island Chinese food. I definitely agree.
That's when you take your wife who like Chinese food, but she only like it a certain way.
Yeah. No, that's when you're pressed for time and you have in the mall about to close. Every other restaurant,
state.
You don't,
and you like.
Oh, I'm not going.
I guess I'll settle.
That's like the last place I would go to out of state.
Yeah, I don't eat food.
I don't eat Panda Express here, so I'm definitely not going to eat it.
If the Chinese restaurant doesn't have,
I'm not.
Listen, if the Chinese restaurant doesn't have Faygo Pops or Sprites in a cooler that says Coca-Cola,
no. How about lime? No.
From the 90s,
hey, I don't want
from the 90s.
I don't want
it got to be lined up.
Yeah,
it got to be lined up on the
Ohana. They gotta have Ohana lemonade.
It got to be lined up on the bulletproof glass.
Yeah, for sure.
They gotta have the fake dollars. They gotta have the fake dollars taped to the window.
Gotta have it.
1,000%.
And they gotta have a menu.
I tell you what, man.
It has to say no refunds. No refunds.
Or cash only.
Yeah, cash only is it.
What a letter missing.
Cash only
can't spell English.
They
only take cash.
No.
Don't give me that card.
If your Coney Island
use that card, you can dispute it. I want it.
Because I read a sign that says thank management now.
Listen, $5 and I'm already giving you 40.
I read a sign that said thank management, not thank you management. That motherfucker said thank management.
Thanks management.
Well, thank management for these ridiculous ass prices.
I don't over here now.
Right. Make sure you thank management
I feel the
on your
same
way
way about
out.
Coney Island.
Hey man, sidebar man. I want you to comment. First of all, you need to like, subscribe, comment, share on all platforms, man.
100%.
Secondly, man, just comment and give us what side of town you on and what's your favorite Chinese restaurant, man. Give us the favorite and the best. To me, it's on the east side. It gotta be. There's one on Warren and St. Antoine in the plaza with LA Fitness, Secretary of State, and Little Caesars. Fire. There's one down the road what's that, 75? Or that's the Southfield Freeway?
That's,
across from Wayne State.
That's the Lodge.
Yeah, that's the Lodge. Across from Wayne State, fire. Them the best.
It's like
two
Indian. It's like Indian something.
There's
It's
a
a
Sprint
grocery
store.
store
It's a
over
Sprint
there.
store. And the grocery store and the Sprint store, nigga.
The best
fire.
one is
Fire on these sides.
on Kelly, right down the street from Denby.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about. Right
And she
before
gonna
you
talk to
get
you reckless.
That's
She's
my-
disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
very
That's
disrespectful.
number
Very
4 on my list for
That's
sure.
the one that
Yeah.
I said
Food is
kind of
good.
fell off.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
In recent years, they fell off.
So
So
what's
they
that
used
best
to
to
be
you?
fire.
What's the
To
best?
me, Chan's on 7 Mile and Lappin, and whatever the name of the one is on Van Dyke,
We
a
giving
little
these niggas all
past,
type of promotion right now.
a
This is
little
crazy.
past 7 Mile. I don't know the name of it, but they're fired. They like a hole in the wall. They not open on Mondays. Like
It gotta be a hole in the wall.
Like
for
a
Chinese
barbershop.
food
Yeah,
place.
like the
Like a
barbershop. They're not
barbershop.
open on Mondays.
No,
And they
no
got,
egg roll
no,
on
but
Monday.
no, they do got a metal door. But when you go inside,
So-
it's like
I ain't lying. I'm going
It
to buy
gotta
egg
be.
roll. when we
It gotta
leave
have
here
seating areas, but can't nobody sit in.
I'm telling you, I'm going.
That's how I gotta be.
No,
For
and
the
that's
food to
how
be
it-
good.
and
That's
that's-
how you know it's good.
that's literally-
They got a whole restaurant, but you can't. Everything is to go. Everything is takeout.
Now
Everything
listen,
is takeout.
No.
What you get up, nigga? What you doing?
that's how
They start talking
fancy
English. Hey, get up. Hey,
You
boy.
ain't bullshit, man.
All the seats is red.
Yes, all of these seats
It
are
definitely
always.
look like
Everything is always red when it comes down
somebody-
to like.
That's a fact.
I
It's
guess
about to
it's
come
their
out and be
flag.
like, "Can I
maybe
take
it's
your
'cause
order?"
it's the flag. we gonna say it's the flag. They playing off the flag.
Big fact. Big
And
fact.
it's all
Who
tore
ordered
up.
General Chow
Hey,
chicken?
and why is there? First of all, I want to do a disclaimer.
Those are subtitles in real life. Nigga, what you doing?
It's a little racist. But why is there always an empty fish tank?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, why is it always an empty? I'm talking about nothing in the nothing.
But algae.
Yeah.
One time I
And
said-
it's still running
Water.
though. But they still got the
And
filter
it's clean.
going. Like
It's clean. You see right through it. It's like, what is? Come on, man. Y'all
and
wasting
algae
water.
at the bottom. Like
that's where my shrimp come from. Y'all know some bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly what
listen,
it
okay.
Keep it fresh.
Let's do this real quick, man.
Keep it fresh.
Let's hit and quit this, right? I want to give you jealous before I give you jealousy, right?
Let's go.
So jealous, feeling or showing envy of someone of their achievements and advantages.
Okay.
Feeling or showing suspicion of someone's unfaithfulness in a relationship. That's not jealous. That's woman intuition.
Yeah, let y'all
If you
tell
ain't
it.
seen
here
that
you-
episode,
here y'all
Let
go.
y'all tell it.
you know what I'm saying? Fiercely protective or vigilant of one's right or possessions. I think that's good to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do jealousy, right? Jealousy is the state of
Did you just
of
do? You did
I did
possess.
jealous.
Oh, jealous.
the
When I
state
went to the adjective.
the state or feeling of being jealous. That's boring.
All right.
All right, let's that was pointless. Let's do possessive. Demanding someone's total attention and love, relating to or denoting the case of nouns and pronouns expressive. That sounds gay.
Very.
Fight me, nigga. I don't
How did they even slip that in there?
how we get here? This is
This
Yeah.
nigga really like, this wasn't there before.
That's definitely not the original Webster.
So we're gonna skip that one. That's just so we'll go with the first one. Showing
Read that one.
showing a desire to okay, there you go. Showing a desire to own things and an unwillingness, that sounds like rape, to share what one already owns.
See,
So the question, is there a difference between jealousy or being jealous and being possessive?
I believe so.
Yeah, I was just reading. I had definitions too. That's funny.
But I also feel like
Yes or no?
Is there a difference?
Yes. The word different trips me up.
I think there is
It's
a
the same
difference.
as it's the same as
No, don't do it.
strength from
Don't do it.
Say we bring this shit.
Because
No.
no
Well,
real
see,
talk.
I
Because
feel
You gotta get on the bus and get a transfer.
yeah, because I believe
to me-
I believe that one, because it also say in the jealous or jealousy or the
Jealousy
jealous
is to be
No,
possessive.
the jealous definition was to be. I believe that one leads to another.
So that's how I feel about.
I also believe there is a difference there.
I believe jealousy leads to envy. Like there's a level. So you can say like, oh, somebody's eating your favorite food. And you'd be like, oh, I'm so jealous because I wish I was eating that right now. But when you envy somebody, you don't even want them to have what they have. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you don't even have it because I can't obtain it. I don't even want you to have it.
I think envy is I want what you have. Like I deserve what you have more than you.
Yeah, I think envy goes to the point of where I'm going to make sure that you can't even obtain it because
you see,
I want it for myself.
I think envy
more
is, to me, envy is saying, nigga, I don't even want it. Nigga, I just don't want you to have it either. When I think of jealousy, I think of children. Children are the most innocent, jealous beings to me, because the kids say, "Hey, man, it ain't that I don't want my sibling to have your attention, nigga. I want your attention too. I just don't want you. I'm jealous that you giving them all of the attention."
But I also think it's levels to that.
I think a lot of people look at jealousy as a negative thing, and I don't.
Which is why I say I look at them. I look at it as like not. Children.
I don't believe so. Simply because it's an attribute described that the Bible describes as God as being jealous. So I don't look at it as a negative attribute.
But he said, but it's negative.
It's like a how dare you moment.
It's negative.
Like, how dare you not?
It's negative in the sense.
Come on, what I'm that nigga.
Yeah, come on now, nigga. Which is why I'm
jealous. And why I say I think jealousy and possession being possessive is like kind of like the same thing. Simply because to me, being possessive shows ownership of something.
Mm-hmm. And you don't give anybody else.
I'm possessive with my kids. I'm possessive with my wife. Because my time is your time. Your time is my time. And we talked about this before.
I take possessiveness,
and I also look at it as being jealous.
I don't
to a certain degree when it becomes.
But also anything can be.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
when
it becomes to a certain,
I can use my phone to uplift, and I can also use my phone to get somebody murked.
I understand to where like you said, this is my wife. So ain't no other man about to tell my wife nothing else, like.
Ain't nobody about to tell my kids nothing either.
And then it's like when you do have children, what mommy and daddy say at home, and you don't let nobody else go out, but.
No, that's being protected. What I'm saying is me being.
But you don't I don't let them go just anywhere. I don't let them be with.
That's being protected.
So I'm saying I'm gonna push the envelope
even with my son's
way.
Coach and stuff like I don't want another nigga to have.
But see that
all that time with my son because I'm jealous.
So that's where I'm going. I feel that's exactly where I'm going. I feel like.
But then how can you let them develop? So I feel like whatever the crap is, especially if it's coming from somebody who knows what it is, like who knows that aspect more than you.
But possessiveness says, hey man, I feel like, I know that I own this thing, so I don't want to give you rights to it. So I was going to go to that example. It's like coaching. It's like right now from 4 to 6, nigga, this is my son, but he the coach. Yeah. Like I don't like so. I'll use a great example, man.
I'm only giving you so much access.
Like my son's mother, her boyfriend, he got like a coaching leave of basketball or whatever. But when I go there, I don't talk to my son. For these hours, nigga, he yours. I'm not that parent to be on the side like run faster.
So you're less possessive
because
when he's in that realm.
Because I'm not possessive at all because he's not mine for these hours. It's when you do something. Hey, hold on, nigga.
Right, that's what I'm saying. In that realm, you're not possessive. So but outside of that, I say that to say,
I say that to say that, hey, I think that being jealous and possessiveness, they're different things because
I feel like I
can easily be jealous. Like, why I can't talk to my son, nigga? Why you gotta? And you the boyfriend.
Or why you know what I'm saying? Like, why you feel like you need to?
I think
I'm like, hey man, this.
I think it goes
yours right now.
If you trust that person, then you relinquish some of the control, or you at least give them a little leeway.
No, it's just respect.
For me,
it's just respect.
But I think
it's because of the relationship.
No, it's just respect.
It's
respect. I don't think there's anything.
My son's at the game. I'm that nigga.
No, I don't think it's anything
I'm talking to you on the sideline.
I don't think it's anything malice, nothing like that. Like, but at the same time, it's respect of like you also ain't did nothing to that. I felt like it's crossing a parenting line. Like nigga, you a coach. Like you gonna yell at, run harder, run faster. Like what you doing? Like Like, nigga, that's cool.
But see, to me,
I play ball before I get
like
it.
when it comes
That's
down,
right. That's a sense of trust.
It's
Is
just
what I'm saying.
respect.
I think there's a sense of trust.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Yeah.
I don't think though.
I'm trusting
to
you with
me,
this kid for these hours, nigga.
Whenever I hear possessiveness, though, I feel like.
I mean, I think there's no let up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I obtain complete control, and there's nothing that you can say that even trumps what I'm saying. Whatever I say goes, and that's what it is. To me, that's how I take possessiveness.
I think that's a woman thing. Because that sounds like control.
I don't disagree
But
with
see,
that,
but I think
possessiveness is control.
But I think possessiveness
She
comes.
said it sounds like it's,
Yes, I
when
think
possessive. It
possessive.
sounds like control.
I think
But
that
that is
comes
control.
with control. I
don't
believe
think so.
when you're possessive, you want to be in total control of everything. That's how I feel.
Okay.
So whenever if you're
it says
open,
showing a desire to own things and an unwillingness to share what one already owns. Like, niggas ain't even mine, nigga.
but yet
that's
I'm
mine
taking
too.
control over it.
That's control. That's like, nigga, it's
So
yours,
that's why.
but that's mine too,
I
nigga.
always take possessiveness in a negative. Jealousy, I don't take super negative. I think, like I said, there's a level to jealousy that can become something else.
Agreed.
In to a negative
One leads to the
extent.
other.
Because like I said,
Yeah, one leads to
you
the
can
other.
be a simple jealousy like, oh dang, you got the upgrade. Like, dang, like I wish I could afford the upgrade right now, but I can't. But you know, you got a sweet phone. So let's just take pictures on your phone because my phone weak.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have that super jealousy to where it's like,
Why that
oh
nigga
nigga,
got
why this nigga get the, you know, that
You
to
get
me
overtime or
when
something,
you
nigga?
right, when you get to that level, like, what this nigga got this for? That's an envious.
True.
To where it's like now you feel like, damn, they ain't even worthy of having a new phone like
Nigga,
this.
who are you
What
to
is
say
it?
so,
Who
nigga?
Who hurt you?
Who are you,
so
nigga?
to me, I think they're separate, and I believe that jealousy leads to enviousness, and I believe possessiveness becomes control.
Leads to an abusive relationship is what I'm
Absolutely, that too.
Down.
I think.
I'm serious.
No,
honestly, I think that
'Cause
possessiveness,
for
bro.
a dude,
It says like, man, even a woman, because
absolutely.
even a woman, like, so okay, nobody shoot, but I think
Did you say nobody shoot?
yeah, like niggas don't like for another nigga to hit their chick. That's just like our. The first thing we ask is, but did you sleep with them?
Yeah,
But a woman doesn't like competition. Like no type of competition.
If you give
what
me,
she do,
yeah,
I'll
if you
do better.
give, no.
So I'm saying
also
that
is if you give another woman the same attention you giving me,
Spinal tap.
you might as well give it to her, baby.
but so
I'm not competing with nobody.
In that vein, what I'm saying
That's
is,
what I'm
though,
saying, like-
that's a sense of possessiveness to me. That's just saying, hey man, like it's like if a chick walk into a building with her nigga and he identify, hey shorty, listen, I'm just bringing this to your attention. That's my ex from like 7 years ago. She here. I don't know why she here, but she here.
Mm-hmm.
Shorty grabbed me your arm a little harder than. She
But
gonna
I
mark
don't
her.
think that's
She gonna
possessive.
mark. She gonna mark her
what the definition
territory.
said.
When she gonna
The
mark.
unwillingness of taking something that's not yours, especially what he just said.
And she-
But no,
she gon-
if you're no, I don't.
And that's why I say I'm possessive of my
I
wife
don't-
and my
I don't
kids.
take- I
Because
don't take that part as possessive because
that's
she's
literally what the
only
definition was.
No, but she didn't say like
But
he didn't grab on. You
He
grabbed on to
didn't
him.
grab-
That's
but I don't
what,
think
what I'm
that
saying,
was-
what I'm saying is though, is a woman gonna grab your arm
I
harder
think that's
to show
making-
like she gonna mark her territory when the reality is, shorty, you ain't gotta do that, baby. Like I'm already here
if
with
your
you.
man has made you feel secure
No,
enough
we-
to not do
that's
that,
another conversation. We're not
then
going
you're
into
not
that.
going to do it at all.
we're
You
talking-
gonna say, "Oh, that's your ex."
Yeah, but we're not
Okay.
going into that. What we're saying is the possessiveness.
Yes, it depends
the
on-
possessiveness of a
It
person
is.
says, "Hey man,
I think it
I feel entitled to mark my territory and make it known."
I believe I'm a woman, right?
I believe
I've
it
been in-
depends
and
on
I've
how
been-
that woman looks.
No,
But that's not the
It's
argument.
your reaction is depending on how that woman looks.
I think it's a
Because
security.
if you pull up and the ex is like crazy,
Hey,
we're about to go home. What you talking about?
no, not
What you mean? That nigga that lost weight, he in shape, his beard is greased. Hey,
See, that's a
I
guy.
I think we left something in the oven. What
now
you talking
that's
about?
a guy thing. That's a guy thing.
Listen,
Now,
why
so
you
you see,
ask?
listen.
Yeah, what do we do?
Wait. Now you see
and the ex is Chris Brown, I already know. I know.
This nigga said, let me go home and give her some right now.
I understand the chance. What'd he do? He missed the beat.
But do you hear the
Oh, you just don't like a lot of stuff, huh? Oh, okay, I get
You don't like public attention. You don't like.
What is it?
But you see your difference?
What?
And what you just said, and I know we're just joking, but do you see how you just said, oh yeah, her ex walk in, and this nigga now he buff. When they was together, he might have been okay if you saw him, but now you see this nigga and you like, oh no,
no Shay.
Oh, this nigga.
On some real shit, Shay. Hear me out, bro.
Hear
me out.
Women do the same thing.
Listen.
Not leaving. I'm not leaving nowhere.
I ain't say that. I never.
But your reaction is gonna be
if your nigga want. Listen. Real shit, bro.
This is real shit. I'm never gonna say another woman looks better than me. I don't give a damn.
I didn't say she. But I'm talking about my argument.
I never said she looked better. I didn't say the nigga looked better than me.
You
I'm just saying
no. You did. You literally said.
You was a strapping young man.
I missed the nigga.
You literally said that the nigga, if a female walked in the ex look,
that's not my argument. My argument was
you're never gonna be fired.
My argument was that if my argument was if a nigga my argument was I don't know about that. All I know is my argument though.
I've never
if
said
a nigga walk into a room,
you didn't say a nigga. You said the girl. You said on the girl's standpoint.
I said depending on the girls, how the girl looks is how she's going to react. That's not saying she look better than you. I'm just saying.
So why else would you
if the
feel
girl
some
look
type of way?
If the girl, come on,
Why
now,
else
nigga,
would
we
you
all
feel
got
some type of
eyes.
way?
If you walk into a party and your man like, hey, that's my girl, and she look like a bum,
you gonna be like,
you gonna be like,
that's her.
Hey, drinks on me. We lit. But if she,
but gonna look like a bum. What do
but
you mean?
if she,
no.
man,
you know,
you gonna say
I know a nigga look better than that.
Again,
hey,
I'm talking it real.
I'll be like,
difference.
I ain't gonna lie.
To tell y'all that's the difference between a nigga and a girl. A girl is never going to admit, even if a girl did look, if you thought she looked better,
but that proves.
I'm not saying that
proves my whole point.
It's gonna change your reaction.
It's not. It's still gonna be the same. Whether she's ugly or is she pretty, it's still gonna be the same thing unless you made your girl.
That proves my whole point.
Find something on that girl. Oh, why she got on them old, them Gucci's from 7 years ago? That's the only thing you can say. Because everything else is stats.
That still ain't gonna make you.
Because I'm gonna be like,
that's still not gonna make you leave.
It proves.
Or it's
I'm not saying I'm gonna leave. Again, I'm joking. What I'm saying is,
it just proves my point. It just proves my point.
How the ex look.
It just proves my point.
It's gonna change your reaction.
It proves my point that all I'm saying is.
I'm telling you, I'm telling y'all,
How the
a
ex
woman
look is gonna
that has
change your
been one
reaction.
for 36
I'm
years.
listening to you.
Do you hear the Do you hear the in the back?
Y'all heard my point.
Do you hear the in the back?
Y'all heard my point.
Do y'all hear the in the back?
No, nigga. That ain't my.
Do you look better than all the Brandon exes? Have you seen all of his exes? Have y'all been in the same setting?
But it's not gonna make me feel insecure.
But I never said. All I said was that. All I said was possessiveness. That if a nigga walk into a room, bro, and he lets his lady know that the ex is there, she's going to grab that nigga's shoulder more than she is going to do. She's just going to mark her territory.
I'm just trying to tell y'all. Y'all have depth. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Maybe this is coming from a sleazeball perspective.
No, listen. Yes, it depends on the type of woman or girl you're dealing with. Because if I'm with this man and he done made me feel secure enough, I don't care it could have been, and
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how secure you feel. I'm not saying that it's gonna be over. I'm not saying it's gonna be off the top, like, babe. But you gonna kiss her more. No, you gonna hug her more. You gonna check on her nigga more. You gonna do that, bro.
You got something to prove, which means your man is making you feel.
No, I don't.
Yes, that's an insecure
women just don't like
trait.
competition. I don't give a fuck how strong the bitch is. She gon' But I said from a standpoint of marking territory.
And I'm trying
not even necessary insecurity.
But how are you gonna tell?
I'm gonna let you know, bitch. Like, nigga, he mine now. Like,
how are you going to tell How are you gonna tell two women that are in the room how all women act? And we're trying to tell you not all women act like that. If your man is making, you've seen it from insecure women. That's the problem. That's an insecure trait.
All right.
Yes, because if I don't have nothing to prove. I done seen a lot of my man's exes. That's an insecure trait because you were not made secure.
I don't want to get you in trouble because I think we know the exes she talking about
No,
I'm asking none of that.
I'm damn sure.
No, I'm not doing that.
I damn sure ain't talking about that one.
Because you also
I'm not playing that game.
You know, so
I'm damn sure not talking about that one.
You seen them and you
I don't even know the question, but I'm not playing that game.
You seen them.
What I'm telling you,
I don't know the question. I'm not playing that game.
What I'm saying is,
I ain't talking about that one.
You seen them and you know.
I ain't talking about that one.
I'm not playing that game.
I'm not talking about that one.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No. I'm not playing that game. I don't know the question, but I ain't playing that game.
I done had exes.
But
I done seen a lot of their exes.
But I've
never been worried.
I do strongly feel this way.
This specific one.
No, I'm not playing that game.
What I'm saying is this specific
man
one.
I'm
not saying any.
Been.
I'm not. No. Yeah, I'm not playing that game. Yeah, I'm not playing that game.
I'm definitely getting on that game.
I'm not playing. I'm trying to wrap this thing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing that game.
I'm definitely trolling.
Yeah, I'm not playing that game, nigga.
I'm definitely trolling. What I'm saying is this specific one though. 3 episodes. This specific one though is what I'm saying.
I know the nigga personally.
You also see what's on the other side, and it's like
I've never been worried.
Yeah, I'm good.
I never, like I said,
okay.
I've never been worried about any.
You said you had a lot of exes.
I didn't say I had a lot of exes. I said all exes I've ever had. I've always seen all of their exes.
So I
always said I ain't been around the way now.
I want to end on this question. Don't ask. So don't ask this. Don't ask.
I ain't been around. Okay, bring the numbers down. So I'm telling you, bring it down.
No, so don't answer this question. I want to end on this question. And we'll pick this up on next episode, right?
Of course.
So here's my question for next episode: is awareness the same? Is awareness the same as insecure? That's my question. We'll talk about that next episode. Okay. Is being aware?
What you say?
What you say? Oh, damn. Oh, I mean, I ain't, but damn. All right, I'm voice 1.
I'm voice 2.
That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying.